Those peddling the narrative of cops as a racist force in our society share directly in the responsibility for the unrest.
Maybe I can, by speaking directly to white people, say, look, this is not who we are.
3 days from the first debate showdown. How are the candidates stacking up on the big issues like race relations, terrorism, and immigration?
Well, let's ask our political panel. Ron Meyer is the editor of Red Alert Politics, and Evangeline Gomez is a Democratic political strategist. Good morning to both of you. Thanks for being here so early on a Friday. Good to see you. So let's start with race relations. We just played that clip. Obviously, both candidates are wanting to get out in front of this, wanting to own this issue. It will no doubt come up in the debate on Monday night. Who has the better argument here for how to make things better?
Well, I think it's a good question because really Donald Trump has struggled with these demographics in the past, but in the recent few weeks, his polling has gotten better and Hillary Clinton's got worse. Hillary Clinton has some of the worst polling numbers, especially among younger minority voters that we've seen among any Democrats in recent memory. So she has a big problem here because when she talks about these issues, when she tries to associate herself with Black Lives Matter, it doesn't come off as genuine. It comes off as forced. It comes off as fake. And I think the voters are reacting to that. They're reacting to a sense that she is dishonest, that she's not genuine on these issues that really, I think, are impacting people's lives. And we're seeing a big debate on the national stage about this. And I think it matters that she actually can lead on these things if she's going to be president of the United States. It doesn't come off like she's leading.
Evangeline?
I think the support from minorities is there for Hillary Clinton. The issue is going to be during these debates is, for example, when it comes to Charlotte, does she know that the reforms that need to be made have to be made at the department level with police departments? It's not always going to be a black and white issue. We do have statistics that show that blacks and Latinos are subjected to excessive force more than other groups. They're arrested more for minor offenses. Their interactions with police tend to be worse than other groups. But the issue is, we have these situations that flare up in Charlotte and in other cities throughout the U.S., but we don't know that in these situations that it's simply a reflection of the information that's out there, or are they unique? And so I think when you talk of it in terms of white and black, you miss the point. I mean, perhaps there are reforms that have to be made at the police department level, and that affects everyone, because you have black cops and you have black civilians.
Yeah, exactly. And in this particular incident that happened in Charlotte, it was a black police officer who shot a black suspect, and I'm not sure that she even understood that based on the comments that she just made. Let's move to the other two topics, and we can take a look at some of the statistics right now, some polls that have been done. First of all, let's pull up the immigration poll. Who do you trust on immigration? Clinton, 50%, Trump, 45%. And then when it comes to terrorism, Clinton 47% and Trump 46%. So let's tackle the first one, which is terrorism. And Ron, who do you think has a better argument on that moving into the debate?
Well, what we've seen is that when there are terror attacks, Trump does seem to surge in the polls. And here's really what it comes down to. Hillary Clinton, I think, bungled the reaction to these latest set of attacks, because what she did was she turned and attacked Trump. She called him a, quote, a recruiting sergeant for terrorists. She called Trump a recruiting sergeant for terrorists. That is unhinged. It's unpresidential. It's lowering the standard of debate. Right now, we have a candidate who's basically a race to the bottom. All she's doing is attacking Trump. And I think if she really wants to sort of transcend Trump and say that she's the one who's balanced and ready to lead, she's not going to go and make crazy attacks. Saying this about any American, much less someone who's running for president, is simply not fitting for the office that she's seeking.
People aren't wanting attacks, I don't think, at these debates, eventually.
No, they want leaders.
I'll disagree respectfully. I think that she had a very measured response. I mean, when the information came out, we didn't know all the facts, and we still don't know all the facts. And as an attorney, I'm an attorney as well, you have to make sure you don't rush to judgment in these situations, and you don't, stroke any fires, and you just don't sound the alarm. You take it in a very leveled way, and I think she was very sophisticated in her response.
Well, but you're not quoting her. You're not saying anything she said. What she did is she made this unhinged attack on Donald Trump. If Hillary is this balanced, stable person, then why is she making these unfair and, frankly, disgusting attacks?
Trump is made on Hillary. I mean, there are numerous ones.
Yeah, it'd be very interesting to see who keeps a level head, speaking of that, during the debate.
And I think
we'll be watching for that. All right, well, we will see. Evangeline, Ron, thank you so much.